Hi YouTube, it's me, the Shy Pianist, or Donald Does It for Wargames. This is part 2 to the Prophecy deck profile, where I'll be showing test hands, sort of a few combos that the deck can do, sort of generic and basic plays that you can do with it, and also the sort of talk about the tech and history about the deck. So let's get straight into it. So doing some test hands, I'll show you how the deck sort of plays and what you're sort of looking to go for. Do note that this deck isn't really explosive on its plays, and it's all about sort of setting yourself up to get presets on the field. So we're going to do some turn 1 plays, or turn 1 test hands, and immediately, okay, first test hand, and we already got a brick. Okay, I actually had a test again with the deck. I did some test hands with the deck prior, and yeah, I think this is actually the first time I've seen a proper brick in the deck. So yeah, in this situation, I would just play the Star Hall and you have to pass, that's sadly the case. And then the next card would be Knowledge. So, play your Knowledge, I would ditch your power to then draw 2, and then here we go, we can start actually doing some plays here. So summon your Magician, get secrets, play Master, search. At this given point, you probably would just search another Knowledge for next turn, play a Spellbook Tower, and proceed from there. But yeah, a brick. So this is just, you know, to show you that, yeah, the deck isn't what you call perfect, but it's still fun to play regardless as such. So test hand number 2. Yep. Just checking camera, and we go from here. So another completely spell and trap hand. So turn 1, I would just draw, and here we go. You summon your Temperance. I would actually, at this probably a given point, you can play Master. Reveal Eternity because you're going first. There's nothing to pop with Priestess. Draw another 2 more cards, and then play Spellbook Tower. Tribute your Temperance to Special High Priestess. Then, because you already used Secrets, haven't used Secrets, I would search for your Wisdom or Star Hall, but because you're going first, I would search your Wisdom to set it alongside with your Royal Decree. So during your opponent's turn, you know, you can make it unprotected by spells, and then during the end phase, you flip the Royal Decree and basically negating traps. So yeah, it's not a bad start to go for. So yeah, that's test hand number 2. Test hand number 3. Better get a dice to the side. Okay, it's on camera. Cool. So we've got Tower, Raigeki, Eternity, Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, and Magic Exemplar. Now, looking at this hand, I probably would go with normal summoning your Spellbook Magician. This is so that, because if you were to special summon it by Magic Exemplar, you won't get the search. So I would add your secrets, play your secrets, search Master. This is sort of your go-to play with the secrets to Master, to then copy secrets, reveal any Spellbook card, so reveal Tower because you're going to play it anyway, and then search your Hall because you have Tower in hand. Play your Star Hall first, and then play Tower, giving your Star Hall 1 counter. There you go. And then back to, you know, that's how you go. And then back to your turn, you would draw, standby phase, put at the bottom of your deck. So I would put Master in, then draw another card, and then proceed on there. So that's test hand 3. I'm going to try and do this relatively quickly, because I've noticed that it takes a fair amount of time to do the test hands. So test hand 4. Okay, so we've got a variety of choice here. So, in this situation, I would normal summon your magic example first, then play secrets. It's 2 counters, and then this will search out master. And then master will then copy secrets, reveal star hole. Note that I don't play star hole first because otherwise you won't have a target to reveal with master. And then you add your Grand Tower, and then you can at this point go one of 2 ways. Either play your Star Hole and Tower and then summon Temperance via Magic Exemplar, banish it, tribute it to then get High Priestess, or you can special summon Justice and then end the phase, banish it, add Secrets and add Priestess, meaning next time you can reveal 3 and special summoner. So I would actually go with the Star Hall and Grand Spellbook Tower, bumping Magic Exemplar to 8. Just so that you summon, you move 3 for that, and you tribute to special summon Priestess on board, just like that. This is so that if you do have another spell, if you draw into another spell next turn, let's put another counter on Star Hall. You'll be able to revive it back with Magic Exemplar. So, shuffle the deck, and then draw phase, standby phase, shuffle, put the bottom of the deck, and then draw another one. And we can see that, well, you can't really do much at this, so I would either banish with Priestess, pop a card, and then probably just normal summon and go from there. Okay, last test hand going first. This deck is actually primarily meant to go second. This is because when you summon out Priestess onto the field, you want to destroy a card with her effect, and then proceed to attack afterwards. Depends on your build, really. So going first. Okay, so pretty standard. Go Secrets, go Temperance. So search out your master, and then tribute, special summon Priestess. Now you can play master, reveal Eternity. Now there's 3 different choices you would go in this situation. Tower, to then basically allow you to give yourself another draw next turn, or Wisdom, where you can basically protect High Priestess, or you go into Knowledge and hope to draw into some other cards useful. So for my deck build, I would go with Tower, simply because there is really, it would be really luck based to use Knowledge to try and draw something, because the deck isn't primarily to sort of counter your opponent. And Priestess, if it gets destroyed, you can basically see how things go from there, really. So it's sort of really dependent, because let's have a look at the 2 next draws, and we see Spellbook Magician and High Priestess. So even if Priestess gets destroyed, summon, you can play Life, grab Life, or if you want, and then Magical Dimension to then special summon out High Priestess. So yeah, there you go. That's like turn 1. So going turn 2, we're not aiming to OTK, we're aiming to try and bring out High Priestess onto the board and have a sort of steady field, in a sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then drawing for turn. grab Monster Reborn. Okay. So, going second, okay. You can summon your Magic Exemplar, and then, depending, if they do have opponent's monster, you can Monster Reborn that gains counter, and play Wisdom gains another counter. Then you remove the 4 to then special summon your other Magic Exemplar, while have your opponent's monster, let's say. And then in some situations, you probably can go into your Crowley to then grab another Spellbook, or you can go into I guess, number 41 to then stall for next turn and such. But if we have a look, take a look at the next few draws that you can get. So Secrets, Live, and then Knowledge. So yeah, you wouldn't know, so I probably would go to 41 just so you can stall, because if we then draw Secrets and then we go from there, we can stall out for another turn essentially. So you would grab out you would grab your tower at the end of it, but you will take out a master and such. And because that will be in there, so all of that is gone, and then let's say you made 41, and then draw for turn, and then shuffle back in, or put the bottom of the deck and draw again. So by this second draw, there you go. So yeah, essentially you can then set up for another play afterwards, but yes, as you can probably see, it's pretty slow as a result. Let's test hand number 1, going second. Ugh. Okay, let's just cull it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, and then draw for turn. Hope to get a monster. Evidently not. So yeah, evidently this is what I would say is a brick. But I guess the best you can really do is Raigeki the board and then have to wait for next turn, assuming they don't OTK you. Then go to Justice and play. I mean, you can. If they have a monster, go to Power, then copy it again, and then attack into the opponent's monster, and then search twice. So I grab your Secret, grab your Master, or you can grab a Star Hall at this point instead of a Master, and then play a Tower, or play your Secrets and Tower after, and then banish to then search out High Priestess and a Master, because from then you'll be able to go from there. And go. Okay, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drawing for turn. So there you go. This is a bit more helpful. So reveal 3, special summon your High Priestess. No questions asked. And then Spellbook Magician of Prophecy will grab you your Secrets. I guess with this particular hand, I can show you the sort of go-to combo of the deck. Because all it requires is for you to have Secrets, and the Field Spell, and yeah. So, in this case, I would play your Secret, search out whichever. Well, usually you would search Master, but in this current case, we do have Master, so I would search Star Hall, because you got to start racking up those counters. Go to your Star Hall, then play Master, reveal Eternity, and then probably search at this given point. I would either go for Power if your opponent has a monster, or go for either Wisdom, wherever it is, for, you know, just make sure your priestess is protected, or go for life should you ever feel that, you know, you need to revive. Or, but looking at reassessing the situation, I'd probably go for knowledge, because you can tribute your Spellbook Magician in this current case. So, the go-to standard general play of the Priestess build is that you played your secrets, so you then use Priestess effect, banish secrets, destroy one card on the field, and then play your Eternity to then add back your secrets. And then the tower will then shuffle back in Eternity during your next standby phase, and then you can repeat this process each turn, essentially. So enough of that. So I'll play your knowledge first, because we're still going second and still at this play. We haven't passed yet. So we draw 2. Okay, we save that for later, and then proceed to attack or whatever. And so in your next standby phase, you draw for turn, and then you return Eternity to the bottom of your deck. Draw another. Play your secrets again, play your master. Double search. So I would search, power and knowledge, and then normal summon, search again. Go for, I guess you already got Eternity. Go for Fate if you so wish to, or anything, or Wisdom or anything, and then like again, same again, banish, destroy, add back to hand, and then there you go. So that worked out pretty well. So yeah, I think that was test turn 3, test turn 4. One, 2, 3, 5. Okay. Going second, draw for turn. Okay, so summon your Temperance, play knowledge, ditch Eternity, and draw 2. Then tribute your Temperance, then special summon High Priestess. And then let's see what we've got here. Banish, I guess, knowledge to then destroy a card on your opponent's side of the field. Set your Royal Decree and proceed to attack and play Wisdom if you need to. If not set, pass to your opponent's turn, essentially. So yeah, the deck is all about getting High Priestess. Time for the final test hand, so we can sort of wrap this up in a way. Draw for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And draw for turn. Okay. Let's see. 1 Spellbook card. Cool. Normal summon. I would normal summon Magic Exemplar. Play your knowledge. Discard Spellbook Magician, because I had to double check. It's 1 Spellbook card. Draw 2 more. And then that will gain 2 counters. Play your master. Reveal power. Copy knowledge, discard, in this case, master, to then draw 2 more. Bumping that to 4. We do not have 3 Spellbook cards in hand. You can play power. Ooh, I dropped the card. Play your power, and then play Fate. And banish a opponent's card. And then this will be up to 8, and then remove 7 counters to then special summon our High Priestess. Or you could have removed 4 and then special summon a Magic Exemplar. So you could have banished 3. So I'll banish 1, 2, 3, non-target banish, and then banish with Priestess to destroy another card, and then attack. If it destroys an opponent's monster, you can search for secrets because you haven't played it this turn. And then attack with Priestess, and then second main phase, play your secrets, then search for, I guess, Eternity, and then add back either knowledge, power, with master, or whatever, essentially, or you can go into the start hole. So yeah, that's sort of the test hands. You can sort of see the deck is, I would say, is what you consider slow in this day and age. But it does have really nice stable plays if you can get them out and such. Of course, the main card that really hurts this deck is Anti-Spell Fragrance, because the deck is pretty much a quarter of it at least is comprised of spells. If not, I guess half of it. Okay, so standard combos and plays. So as mentioned, you know, you have your Priestess, you have your Tower, you have your Eternity and Secrets. So play your Secrets, then search, watch, whatever, but I'll go for Master and play Master, reveal, whatever, to then add Eternity, and then destroy opponent's card by banishing Secrets, and then add it back with Eternity, and then your next turn, shuffle back in, put it at the bottom of the deck, draw for turn, draw for again, and then rinse and repeat, essentially. What other combos you can really do with this deck? Sadly, I think that, to my knowledge, this is really, as with my skill of the Prophecy deck, that's pretty much it. But you can experiment using Magic Exemplar to then special summon out, other Magic Exemplars, the second one, and then proceed to try and make link plays if you're able to. There's not a whole lot I can really say because everything is pretty standard and simple to go through. Deciding whether to go with Temperance, either going to World of Prophecy or going to High Priestess, depending on the situation. And when you revive with Life, you can banish when you banish Spellbook Magician and revive Priestess, it's a level 9, and if you get out World of Prophecy, you can effectively make a rank 9 like VFD and stuff like that. Looking at the extra deck, first thing that comes to mind, when you reveal 3 with a High Priestess, and then if you're able to play Magic Exemplar, and then basically use Secrets or something like that, to then search, and then special summon out Spellbook Magician. So you then probably search, let's say, Master. So let's get it out of the way. So you reveal 3, special summon High Priestess, play Secrets, I guess it could be, there we go, so then you have Master, then link these two for Akashic, make sure if they do luckily have a zone pointed and it points to opponent's monster, bounce them back, and then reveal again, special summon. So something like, these are really sort of generic and simple things. Okay, so those are sort of the basic combos you can do with the deck. Let's talk about tech, and so the history of the deck and how it came to be, and it involves sort of tech I used with this deck. So this deck originally came to me by my brother, who used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! When he first saw the Prophecy archetype, he thought, this was his kind of thing, and he built a deck, and then on, I think it was Dawn Network, and pretty much didn't go from there. I decided to take on the deck as I found it was pretty nice, pretty good to play. In terms of tech, the deck used to most used to be well known for the Spellbook of Judgment, which was banned, and at the end phase you would special summon Jalgan the Spiritualist, and the end phase meaning your opponent wouldn't be able to special summon. My own personal tech I used to play in this deck is a trap card by the name of Gargaga Shield. You activate it, target one spellcaster type monster you control, and then up to twice per turn it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. So essentially giving you an extra layer of protection on top. Let's see, history. So for those who are really interested, this deck, well, it says I've called it before as number 2. This is actually a deck that should be in the ranks, because I did a whole system where I had each deck play against each other, and while Madolche's, the pure build Madolche's, Yukine here, came out high on top. Prophecies came at second place, and it pretty much was a show of which deck could consistently outdo each other, and which deck was able to OTK, or in the general sense. And so decks 1 to 31 are ranked, and they've had their fair share of plays against each other to then basically, by statistics, that's their place. So from decks 1 to 31, you've sort of noticed sort of a declining skill, I guess. No, not skill, but I guess meta-like play, or, you know, competitiveness of the deck. And decks 32 onwards are sort of made on top of the rank. And I haven't been able to do a ranking day or whatever since I guess it was like 3 or 4 years ago. And so yeah, to this day, I still feel Spellbooks is still a good deck to play. Probably just need more of a way to interrupt your opponent a bit more. But yes, we do have Spellbook of Fate at 3. I don't play at 3 because initially this deck was playing Spellbook of Fate when it was still limited. And playing testing the deck, I found myself, if I banished too much, I wouldn't be able to recover effectively. So take on this build as how you wish. This is really all for fun generally, and so I hope you've enjoyed watching this. And as always, guys, happy doling!